Before you watch this video, make sure you click on the link down in the description below. It'll be the top link in the description to enter my $50 giveaway going on right now, sponsored by Grab Points, for your chance to win either an iTunes or Google Play gift card. This giveaway has been running for almost a week and it ends tomorrow night. The winners will be announced in either Thursday's or Friday's video, so make sure you go check it out. Good luck in the giveaway and enjoy today's video. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now today we're going to be doing another challenge video, and this time I'm going to be allowing Siri to actually pick my deck in Clash Royale. Now I have an iPhone. I'm going to go ahead and ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 100, and then I'm going to go ahead into the top of the leaderboards, go to the top players, find the numbered player she picked. Let's say she picks number 17. I scroll down to 17. Oh, it's not 17. I scroll down to 17. I copy his or her deck, and then I'm going to go ahead and use that deck and see if I can win with it. However, there is a little bit of a twist. I do not have 3 cards. I don't have the Lumberjack, the Inferno Dragon, or the Lava Hound. So if there is a player using one of those decks, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the number 1 below it and see if that person has a deck I can use. Now I know this isn't the most original of challenges, but I thought it'd be pretty fun to do. I actually saw my brother doing it the other day in the car. However, he wasn't asking Siri, he was just asking me for numbers, so I went ahead and decided to turn it into a video. But to start things off, let's go ahead and get our very first number. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 100.
The answer is 19.
Alright, so the first number we're going to go ahead and play with right now is 19. Let's go to number 19 in the top of the leaderboards. See what deck he's using. Nova Trevor is going to be using a Hog Rider deck. I have all these cards right here. He actually isn't using a single legendary card. So let's go ahead and copy that deck to our 3rd slot, and there is that deck. My Knight's only at level 8. I could be upgrading him, but I don't really use him that often. We also have a cannon and a free spell being able to be upgraded. I haven't used Barbarians in such a long time. This is going to be a pretty interesting deck, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So here we found a level 10 at 3,324 trophies. I'm not even sure how to use Barbarians anymore. It's been so long since I've actually used them. But he drops down a level 10 Knight behind his right tower, so let's go ahead and drop down some of our own archers to counter that. He also drops down an Elixir Collector, and I'm pretty sure I have an Elixir Collector as well. I don't want to start off a push yet though, so let's go ahead and drop down a cannon against that Knight. He drops down a level 9 Wizard behind that Knight. Our cannon should be enough to finish it off, so instead I'm going to go ahead and push this left lane tower with my Hog Rider and my Barbarian. So the Hog Rider will push the Barbs all the way to this left tower. I'm not sure how much Elixir this guy has left, but he just rocketed all of my troops right there. So that one rocket just took out all of my troops, so we did drop the tower to 2,034 hit points before it actually happened. This guy must be using a pretty heavy deck if he has a giant, a wizard, Elixir Collector, and a rocket. But now we have his level 8 giant coming down towards our right lane. I do have my Elixir Collector down, so hopefully we're going to be pumping up some Elixir back here. And he has 3 Musketeers as well, so let's go ahead and drop down our poison spell. I'm not exactly sure what to do now. Let's just go ahead and freeze those. I'm not even sure if that was the best idea. Let's go ahead and drop down our cannon to distract, and he drops down some minions as well. But that was right in the poison spell, so now they're fairly damaged. However, the poison spell ran out. The giant is tanking for all of these troops, and down goes our tower. He also drops down a level 9 wizard behind those musketeers right there. Let's go ahead and drop down our barbarians, who just disappeared into thin air, and now this guy just 3-crowned us. That happened way too quickly. This deck obviously is not working for me. Somehow that other guy's up at number 19 with that deck though, so who knows if it's actually good. Maybe I just suck at Clash Royale. So since that deck obviously didn't work out too well, let's go ahead and try this again with a new number. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 100.
The answer is 48.
So now we're going to be choosing the number 48 player's deck. Let's go ahead and see who's at number 48. Number 48 is a name that I cannot pronounce, but he's also from Nova, and he is using a giant poison deck. This deck actually looks pretty solid. I've seen it a lot lately, but it is a pretty heavy deck. I guess that's also why there's an Elixir Collector in here. However, let's go ahead and see if we can get a win with this deck this time. So here we found a level 9. I haven't seen a level 9 in the Legendary Arena for quite a while. Let's go ahead and start off by dropping down our Musketeer behind our King Tower and see what he does to counter that. He's going to drop down a Prince down my left lane. Our guard should be able to finish off that pretty well. And let's also drop down a giant in front of our Musketeer. We just took out his Prince pretty easily, but now he has a Princess down the left lane. Let's also drop down an Ice Spear and have my Zap ready. There go all of his minions right there. Our giant is walking straight towards his right tower. The Musketeer locks on as well, and we're about to do heavy damage right here. Barbarians finally go down to take out my Musketeer, but the giant is still pounding away at that tower. It looks like we're going to drop it all the way down to 92 hit points before he gets taken out. So let's go ahead and drop down a poison spell on those Barbarians, get our guards ready for this Princess as well. Down go the guards. I'm not sure why he threw down a Goblin Barrel. I guess to counter whatever he thought I was going to drop. However, our guards are still alive. One's poking at that Princess, but she does take him out. Let's go ahead and drop down our Musketeer to finish her off. Musketeer did finish off that Princess, but to counter our Musketeer, he's going to drop down his Prince. I have nothing to counter this. I can't even drop down my own Prince yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and zap him right here. Hopefully he doesn't get off too many shots on our tower. But he froze our tower, so I needed to drop down my Prince now. And to counter that, his minions are just going to go ahead and shred him away. So I'm going to have to use my poison spell on this. However, they're already locked onto my tower, so hopefully they don't do too much damage. They are going to knock it all the way down to 130 39 hit points actually. So we basically have each other's towers right now. His is at 92 and mine is at 39. I was going to go ahead and ignore that Ice Wizard, but he also drops down his Goblin Barrel again. My guards did finish off those goblins and the Ice Wizard, but now he fireballs my tower and my Elixir Collector. I'm going to go ahead and drop down a Musketeer to finish off his Princess on the left. Let's drop down an Ice Spirit for this Prince on the right. And now let's go ahead and drop down a Giant. We're also going to throw down our Prince behind our Giant. Let's go ahead and get our Zap ready for that Goblin Barrel right there. He tried to freeze it, but it did not work out for him. Let's get our Musketeer down as well and an Ice Spirit. Drop down. Wait, why am I even pushing the right side? It's only at 14 hit points. What am I doing? Let's go ahead and drop down a Poison Spell just to get rid of these minions right here. So now he's sending in that Goblin Barrel once again. I almost used my Zap spell, but then I wouldn't be able to take out that tower right there. However, he's already got our tower down to 675 hit points. Let's see if we can come back here and actually end up winning. Let's go ahead and drop down our Giant and our Prince as well as an Ice Spirit. Get our Poison Spell ready, but I don't quite have enough Elixir for that yet. He drops down his Barbs and a bunch of minions right here. Let's go ahead and drop down our Poison Spell for that. Minions are all gone, but the tower is only at 1600 hit points, and he's going to go ahead send his Prince down our right lane. Our guard should stop that Prince, and the Zap takes care of that Goblin. So now let's try the same exact thing we just did. Giant plus Prince plus Ice Spirit. Let's go ahead and drop down a Poison Spell in there as well. We really need to defend right here though, because he's on our tower with 7 seconds left. Let's go ahead and freeze this Princess so she doesn't do any damage. That Fireball didn't do enough damage, and our tower is left at 77 hit points. So that deck didn't work out for us either. We're stuck with the draw. Let's go ahead and see if Siri can give us one last deck to actually get a win with. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 100.
The answer is 66.
So this time we're going to number 66 in the top of the leaderboard. Let's go ahead and see who is at number 66 and what deck he's using. So 66 is another name that I can't pronounce. What deck is he using? Can we use it? And we can. This guy's using a Giant Bowler Poison deck. And he also has the Mega Minion in his deck. So it looks like I'm going to be upgrading my Mega Minions finally. They're still a level 1, but now we're going to get up all the way up to as high as they can go. We got our Mega Minion to level 6. We're 1 card away from level 7. He's in our shop though, so let's go ahead and spend 20 coins on that. And now we can actually have a level 7 Mega Minion. So this is going to be my first time actually using the Mega Minion, but this right here is another popular deck going around the game right now, so maybe if we're good enough we can get a win with it. So this guy's at level 10. Let's go ahead and start up. Why is he laughing at me already? We just started the battle. He's already throwing down a Goblin Barrel as well. Let's go ahead and zap that, unless that was just a trick to make us waste our zapping. Now he's got something else coming. He's also, what is this guy doing? He's pushing already. I was waiting to drop down my Elixir. Wait, I didn't mean to drop down the Giant. I tried to drop down the Bowler. I suck at this. So our Prince does however get to that tower. The Giant's in there as well, which was a complete waste however, because I tried to drop down my Bowler, but the Giant makes it to the tower, does a little bit of damage, and that tower is already at 700 hit points. But now we drop down the Bowler, which will finish off these Spear Goblins and these Barbarians as well. Let's get our Ice Spirit going in there too. Tower plus the Bowler, those Barbarians are already gone. So now as our Bowler approaches the bridge, we have our Mega Minion ready to go down, and this is the first time I'm ever using the Mega Minion in a live battle. Let's go ahead and zap his minion, and actually took out our Mega Minion as well. The Miner is distracting those minions on our tower right now. They're going to do a lot of damage right here. Dropping my left tower down to 1200 hit points. That is not good for us. I need to get this Elixir Collector down because this is a pretty heavy deck. I have wasted my zap though, so hopefully he doesn't drop down a Goblin Barrel, which is exactly what he's doing right now. Let's go ahead and drop down my Ice Spirit instead. Our Prince is running towards that left lane tower, which is distracted by Barbarians. This guy officially has the lead on us right now. Our tower is at 663 hit points, but his Spear Goblins are about to be taken out by this Bowler, and hopefully we can finish off these Barbarians as well. So let's send in our Giant ahead of this Bowler, get our Poison Spell ready if we can deploy it. But there are those minions that I did expect from him. Let's drop down our Poison Spell as our Giant approaches the tower. The Bowler got off 1 shot, the Giant got off 2 shots. The minions are now gone, and it looks like I missed that tower with my Poison Spell. So unfortunately we don't yet have this tower. Let's go ahead and drop down our Ice Spirit on those Spear Goblins. Oh, the Ice Spirit seriously didn't take out that Princess, and somehow he got our tower right there. But now he sends in more minions, which shouldn't do too much damage. However, I do need to counter these Goblins right here, and I also need to take out that tower on the left eventually. Let's go ahead and drop down a Giant for now, as well as our Prince, a Poison Spell on those troops right here, and get our Ice Spirit in there as well. Our Giant's on the tower, our Prince is in behind. Let's get 2 Mega Minions in here at once. Let's also drop down a, I need to cycle to my Poison and take out, I'm just going to drop down my Bowler instead. I need to get this tower over here on the left, so let's go ahead and drop down our Bowler and that Zap. Our Poison Spell on the right is on that tower, but he has so many troops down on our tower, which will go down first, and we lose another battle. So unfortunately, we lost once again. Siri is not a good deck picker. But if you guys do want to try out this challenge for yourself, let me know how you do down in the comment section below. I've got a lot of work to do to get back all of those trophies. Unfortunately, we lost that last battle right there. Thinking back on it now, I probably could have dropped down my Zap on the right instead of the left, because the Bowler took out that tower anyway. So that was completely my fault right there, but luckily it's not too big of a deal. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button down below. I apologize for no wins, but I couldn't help it. Siri picked the worst decks for me. But that's gonna wrap things up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.